right, Andrew Easton here, and I'm excited because this is day number 3, vlog number 3 of the 5-4-5 challenge. And so it's been a lot of fun. It's really sort of stretched me this week to have to find the time and also think about the content and try to develop a little bit better sense of how to put these video pieces together. But that challenge is good. It's been energizing, particularly at a time of year where it's easy to kind of get stagnant and just try to hold over until summertime, which I don't fault anybody for. I totally get that. I'm fighting off that apathy a little bit myself. But it's been good. It's been a really good challenge. I've gotten some positive feedback from people that have had a chance to check in on the 5-for-5 challenge up to this point, and just sharing that as an ambition with other people. Sarah Shanerock, who is an English teacher here at the high school. I guess I should pause for a moment and say it's been cool to be at all these different locations too, and to show, I guess, through this medium that, I started my vlog week over at Prairie Lane, where I was filling in for a 6th grade class. I was at West Campus here in Westside yesterday as we were going through our personalized learning training. We had 22 different educators in there, and we were all talking personalized learning and talk shop all day, which was a lot of fun. I always really appreciate that opportunity. And now I'm at the high school this morning, where I've really just been staying very busy, going around talking with teachers about who wants to collaborate next, summer hours, where we can get a chance to schedule some things to try to work and honestly get some teachers some pay too for the time that they're going to invest in trying to personalize things over the summertime. And I'm excited. As soon as I get done vlogging, I'm going to go catch up with Sarah Shanerock. Sarah Shanerock is an English teacher here at the high school who, her podcast, so this is another, this series this week has been about what are some of the different roles and hats that we kind of wear in this personalized learning collaborator role. One of those things is to create content. We felt like as we got started with this initiative that one of the challenges with personalized learning is that we can define it, we understand the key principles, and that why piece is very clear. However, the classroom practice aspect of it, that application piece, there just aren't a ton of examples out there. And so how do we start to learn from one another, both within our district and try to share our story out with others? We felt like giving a personalized approach, for our educators to either write a blog, be part of a podcast, or to share a video, to tell their story would be a way to kind of capture those stories. And so those classroom stories, like the practices that we're putting in place there. And so it's been really fun to brainstorm with teachers on the front end of a unit, to watch them implement these practices and maybe even get in there and help them co-teach a lesson, or to help get a certain piece of technology up and off the ground. And then the follow-up on the other end, to say, okay, can we sit down and talk about this for a little bit? And podcast has really just been a great format for us to do that. And so we do. We have today was episode 23, which I feel good, about that we've really continued to make this a commitment. It comes out every Wednesday morning, where one of those experiences that I just kind of talked you through there is shared, and we put the resources with that, because too often I feel like in education we say, well, we share our resources. They're just 18 clicks deep in a Google Drive folder someplace. It's really hard to access those with any sort of clarity, because you don't understand how that teacher used that particular piece. And so the blog or the video or the podcast gives a context to what did that actually look like in practice, and so how can we make better sense of these handouts towards modifying those, adapting those to fit what I might want to do in the classroom. And so part of this role, so part 3 of this, what the heck is a personalized learning collaborator, is content creator. And really someone who wants to share a story. This is part of the goal too of that these teachers have experienced, because we want to build up our teachers and recognize that it takes a considerable effort to personalize, particularly an entire unit. And so, I want to champion those stories and give those teachers the recognition that they deserve for the awesome things that they're doing in their classroom to serve our students. So it's been very rewarding to do that. So I'm going to go kind of talk with Sarah Shanerock and show her the podcast as it has been loaded onto our website that we've not released yet, but it'll be coming out. And so you can check that out on iTunes if you'd like to hear my conversation with Sarah. She has had an opportunity to try some gamified things and to kind of get started with personalized learning, and I love the podcast for people who are just starting out that are looking to maybe personalize one little aspect or facet, or gamify one little aspect or facet of what they're doing. She shares some really good insights that I think ultimately, and we kind of end the pod talking about this, are going to grow to a place next year where I'm excited to see when those pieces all collide into just kind of this one or two, or maybe it just becomes how our semester rolls, like unit where they just completely invest in kind of a personalized gamified experience. And so, and Sarah's hilarious. So it's just an awesome podcast to listen to. So that said, check out the podcast. Keep working on the 5 for 5. We have people actually in the building, I know, that are working on their 5 for 5 as well. And I'm excited to kind of talk to them too about how they're going to share that out. But thanks again to Michael Matera for inspiring this movement. And I look forward to hearing more stories about the 5 for 5 as the week progresses.